Hello and welcome to the 8th grade graduation. Our theme today is Let Your Light Shine. St. Mary's has taught us much, and we want to shine with that light.
Good evening. We're so glad you're here. I'm going to put a few house rules down before we get going. And the first one is going to be the hardest thing that you're going to do at St. Mary's, but we're going to do it because we love each other. And that is when we leave this sanctuary on our recessional, you're going to walk through that sanctuary. You're going to pick up that plastic bag that has all of your diplomas, certificates, and what have you. You're going to walk out the door, take your robe off and put it in a black plastic bag and get in your car and go. And I really wish we could sit around and socialize, but we can't. And we can't because we love each other. And I really appreciate your understanding on that. Now, if you would like to keep your robe for a little bit so you can go home and take pictures with it, that's fine. Bring it back later. That's also good. Another item that's going to keep us safe in the next hour is if we don't have people roaming around with cameras. You are welcome to take as many pictures as you want to from your seat, but we're asking that you not come up to the front to take pictures. Again, if you want to come back at some point and take a picture with your child here, you're more than welcome, but we're trying to just keep everybody safe, so we appreciate your understanding on that. All right, let's get on with our celebration. This is also an awards ceremony, and so we're going to begin by giving some awards. This is a very awarding class. It's an outstanding class. But the first group of awards we're going to give out are those students who earned straight A's in 8th grade. So I'm going to call your name, and we'll just hold our applause until the very end. Our A honor roll: Owen Hoover, Emily Pieski, Cassidy Ward, Gianna Mancini, Melissa Toledo, and Dakota Ward. Could those students please come to the front here? There we go. This is an outstanding achievement to earn all A's in your 8th grade year, given what myself and other teachers put these students through. Thank you very much. All right. Ladies, you can sit down. Dakota, you go ahead and sit down. And now we're going to call off our AB honor roll. Again, a very big achievement to receive all A's and B's in your 8th grade year. And just please come to the front, and we'll hold our applause until we get everybody up here. Maria Braun, Sophia Donahue, Elizabeth Gosnell, Tyler Hobson, Aaron Klugowitz, Gabriel Padilla, Mick Stokes, Molly Wilson, Mara Donahue, Clarice Abeo, Carson Gwynn, Charlotte Johnson, Christina Macariola, Maribel Palaleo. As Maribel's making her way up front, we wanted you to know that her Monday Club poem that won first in the city for the Monday Club Poetry Contest won second in the district, and we're really proud of her. Our last recipient is Patrick Ward. All right, let's give these people a round of applause. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a seat. Thank you. And now we have some special awards. I am going to read about each student. If your name is called, what I want you to do, and listen carefully, this is different than last night. I want you just to stand where you are, and we'll give you a round of applause where you are standing, okay? All right. The Daughters of the American Revolution Citizenship Award at St. Mary's. The Daughters of the American Revolution is a local group that is part of a national movement that strives to build better citizens among our youth. They award a Good Citizens Award from each area middle school to a student who reflects the values of contributing to the building up of that community. This year, we had a clear winner. This student is a Life Scout, just one step away from the prestigious Eagle Scout rank. He earned that rank by serving as an assistant patrol leader and a troop guide in which he mentored younger scouts. At his church, he is active with the youth. He traveled last year on a mission trip. He serves meals at the Melting Pot, prepares the church to host homeless families, cooks for the shut-ins, makes cookies for prisoners, raises money for Christmas gifts for the needy children, and then organized and bought those gifts. At home, he has been a steadfast helper for his grandparents. Truly, his work reflects that of a good citizen and that of our core value at St. Mary's, loving others as Christ has loved us. This year, our winner is Patrick Ward. The next award is for academic excellence, and we have two recipients this year. After gospel values, a St. Mary's student must strive to be excellent in his or her pursuit of knowledge. This class has redefined excellence. We could give this award to many, many students. In making the choice, we looked not only to what the student achieved in the classroom, but also their willingness to lead others in pursuits of knowledge. Our first recipient sees learning as a lifelong adventure. Despite facing what seemed like insurmountable personal odds, the student kept up with studies and excelled in the classroom. In class, the student contributed immeasurably to the learning of others. For this student's love of learning and academic pursuits, no matter what, the first award for academic excellence goes to Elizabeth Gosnell. Our second recipient excels in all subjects, setting the bar not only high but wide. This student is an accomplished mathematician, reader, writer, and thinker. The student grasps new materials with amazing speed and manipulates it such that we can all learn the material in a new way. Indeed, we appreciate the way this student challenges us to look at the world with fresh eyes. Our next recipient is not here, but it is obviously Owen Hoover. Our next group of awards is called the Principals Award, and it recognizes servant leadership. The student who receives this award understands that no one moves into leadership by, this award goes to those who move into leadership by reaching to people on the outside, bringing them in, and performing constant acts of service. The first recipient serves in both in the forefront and the background to build the unity of this particular class. Whether the student be competing in cross country, on the robotics teams, or in a myriad of other ways, this student makes certain that friendships are melded across many lines and in the spirit of our school remains full of joy and laughter. And the first recipient is Mick Stokes. The second recipient is behind the scenes, but sometimes large and in charge. Hours are spent at the school preparing for school and church events. This student's work ethic, both in and outside the classroom, is determination and determination and determination and some more. And we can all learn from the path that she is making through life. We are now going to hear a translation of that.
El segundo destinatario está detrás de escena, pero a veces es grande y está a cargo. Se pasan horas en la escuela preparándose para los eventos de la escuela y la iglesia. La ética de trabajo de este estudiante, tanto dentro como fuera de aula, es determinación, determinación, determinación y algo más. Todos podemos aprender el camino que está haciendo en la vida. Nuestro segundo destinatario es
Maria Braun. We should also give an award to her mother, who made all of these gowns for us. Our final award is the PACE Award. The PACE Award recognizes the very tenets on which we build our school: gospel values, academic excellence, and service to others. This year's recipient has a long history of demonstrating these tenets, both among classrooms and among classmates and further into the life of St. Mary's Church. We appreciate that in any classroom situation, academic, social, or faith, this student has showed an incredible skill in knowing what to do and how to keep a level head, all while demonstrating God's love. Over the years at St. Mary's, we have called on this student to lead us. So now we recognize that leadership by awarding the PACE Award to Charlotte Johnson. All right. Thank you very much. As I said, we could give awards to so many people. And while our next group of people are coming up, these are the ones to honor our 8th graders. I want you to know that in your bags are certificates for various awards that we didn't even announce today, and medals for those awards. And if you've got one of those medals in there, you have done very well in that classroom. There's a lot of students in this classroom. There's a lot of excellence in this class, and we appreciate that so much. And now we'll call upon our new school leaders to come forth.
We now will address the future leaders, the 8th graders. Please come forward, new 8th graders. We entrust you to lead our school in the right direction. Let your wisdom shine. We now will address the future leaders, the 8th graders. Please come forward, new 8th graders. We entrust you to lead our school in the right direction. Let your wisdom shine.
To lead our school, you need to be open-minded. As 8th graders, your actions should reflect the morals of the school. You should consider others' feelings and empower those around you, and make good choices.
Moving on, I would like to thank last year's 8th graders who have shown leadership from when you started Anchor Flowers to figuring out how to lead in a global pandemic. Our goal is to accept these challenges and to follow in the footsteps of those who have helped everyone in this school with faith, forgiveness, and friendliness to all.
the new 8th grade class, we proudly accept your challenge to take on the leadership of the St. Mary's School in the 2020 through 2021 school year. As the new leaders of the school, we will lead with enthusiasm, creativity, courage, and faith. As the new role models for the school, we will show the best of ourselves to encourage the lower grades to one day become great leaders of the school.
Faculty and staff, could you please stand? Dear faculty and staff of St. Mary's School, we now let our gratitude shine. We thank you for the dedication, love, and support these past 9 years.
You have really shaped us into the people standing before you today by your never-ending encouragement and hard work.
You have pushed us beyond what we thought was ever possible. We will never forget our memories we have made together. Thank you for helping us pave the path to a bright future. Let us give a round of applause for our teachers.
We leave behind a legacy of hard work. We raised thousands of dollars through our Anchored in Flowers business that we started in our 6th grade year. The money was to be used for our trip to Washington, D.C., which was of course canceled. That money will now be used for scholarships for worthy students in the future to travel to Washington, D.C.
We also leave behind money raised through our various meals and other fundraisers that will also be used for scholarships for years and years to come. We want to recognize the work of Dr. Heather Champney, sponsor of Anchored in Flowers, and any other parent who has helped raise the Washington, D.C. funds. Now stand and let's applaud them.
Gabriel, Lee, and Melissa.
We now recognize our families who have taught us to let our love shine. During this new chapter of our lives, we look back and see everything our families have done for us. By making the decision to enroll us into St. Mary's Catholic School, the door has been open for new opportunities, unforgettable memories, and the exploration of our faith.
Thanks to our families, we received the opportunity to build long-lasting relationships with several of our teachers Thanks to our families, we've built unbreakable bonds that might not be experienced anywhere else.
Thanks to our families, we've explored our faith by attending numerous retreats and religious events. Through receiving the chance to attend St. Mary's, the transition into high school will be much smoother.
I'd like in each of your bags, there is a letter that your 8th grader wrote to you. Now, we made it a big project last spring for you to write those letters. There's a lot of thought and prayer that went into those letters. They are in those bags in the back, so make sure that you read those, and make sure you cry. And I would like all of our families to stand right now so we can give you the applause you so much deserve. Now we're going to recognize our 9-year students. There were 18 of these 31 students have been with us since kindergarten, which is absolutely amazing. A lot of bonds being built there. I'm going to ask them to come forward, and I'll call their names even if they're not here. Jacob Allen, Maria Braun, Lee Bridwell, who flew all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada to be with us today, Sophia Diaz, Mara Donahue, Sophia Donahue, Clarice Abeo, Rainey Finley, Jack Harmon, Tyler Hobson, Charlotte Johnson, Aaron Klugowitz, Christina Macariola, Maribel Palaleo, Irai Rendon, Shayna Rose, Mick Stokes, Patrick Ward. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, you can all have a seat now. Well, this is how we're going to recognize each of our graduates. We practiced this last night. It might get a little crazy, but we'll just go with it. I'm going to call each person's name, and they're going to come forward, and Father Collins will acknowledge them and blessing them. Okay. And so then they're going to make a circle around this church. We have a very powerful ending to this service after the calling of our names, okay? So let me start that. Again, I will call those people even if they are not here. Jacob Aaron Allen. Betania Solomon Ayele. Rhea Lourdes Braun. Lee Roy Bridwell. Sophia Elisa Diaz. Mara Sue Donahue, Sophia Rita Donahue, Clarice Marie Abeo, Rainey Marie Finley, Elizabeth Beads Gosnell, Carson Fields Gwynn, Jack Andrew Harmon, Owen Timothy Hoover, Tyler Lynn Hobson, Charlotte Amanda Johnson, Brianna Marin Keeler, Erin Nicole Klugowitz, Christina Ann Macariola. Gianna Rose Mancini. Gabriel Enrique Padilla. Maribel Claire Facturan Palaleo. Jake Fernando Petch. Emily Sarah Pieski. Irai Rendon. Shayna Jade Rose. Andrew Michael Stokes. Melissa Toledo. Dakota Joanna Ward. Cassidy Bella Ward. Patrick Allen Ward. Molly Elizabeth Wilson.
Thank you for showing us how to shine our light. Thank you for taking time out of your increasingly busy lives to join us. We are grateful for all you have done, and it pains us to end this phase of our lives.
However, we know that your prayers and guidance will be with us through the rest of our lives. We hope you have enjoyed the show, and goodbye. But first, we have a musical surprise.
Well, I think we know what the ending song is going to be when we walk out of here. I just want to give it up for these graduates. This entire service was planned by them on a Zoom meeting in May. All of the speeches, all of the music being picked out, the entire program itself. What a fabulous class. Let's give them a round of applause.